Hey y'all, I hope you're doing well. So I'm over here on a break in between clients, right? And I was like, oh, okay, bet I'm going to go through and pick out, some other points that I need to work on or incorporate into my healing, right? Because it's great insight for that. But I was cracking up. Yes, I have my own self cracking up over to this birth chart because it is so contradictory. But I can get it because I could be so confusing to so many people because they'll never ever get a grasp on me. Like literally I could hand them this 13-page report, but I mix that shit up all the time. You never know what you're gonna get. For real, for real. That's why it's so fun. But like 1 minute it says in here that I like to be free and I don't like to be weighed down and you know I have all these restrictions on me, which is true. I don't. I like to go and do what the fuck I want to do and like, you know, I'm just a free spirit. And so in the same breath, it also says, "Oh, she loves being in a relationship." Yeah, I mean, but how's that gonna work? Alright. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna be free spirited my ass yonder, and I'll catch you when I feel like it. Deuces. Picture that. And it's kind of funny because, like, let's think about it. I was with my ex for like 15 years. So, I don't know. I mean, well, partly I was there because I worked so hard to stay there when my ass should have left. Like, if I was, I'm not gonna say smart because I am smart, but if I really sat and thought about it, I would have just cut my ties and not invested so much. Like, wasn't worth it for me. But you live and you learn. It's all good. I'll take the lessons. Thank you very much, and I'll apply them to the next. But, yes, there is some safety and some security and some nice things about having a consistent partner. But when you solo dolo, hey, you can make it consistent and nice too. So, hey, I don't know. It would have to take a lot for me to settle down again because I don't think I'll do. I mean, I know the plans that God has for me, but man, let me tell you, I've been having some serious discussion with him. Like, what? That's what you got planned? Well, let me tell you what's gonna take me to deal with that because I don't know. I don't know. Yes, if you don't, you know. But yeah, I don't know. So I was cracking myself. So I was finding a moment to laugh about the contrasts in this birth chart because they're quite they're quite ranging, which is typical of a Cancer, you know, where the variety of life, where the spice. That's why, you know, I, if it's I bring the fun wherever I go. Like it could be boring and I make it a good damn time. I don't know. Like, and I've been in that scenario like so many times. Like I just entertain my own self. Thank you very much. I'm a wealth of humor. and entertainment only. But anyhow, it's good to check different sources and different studies and whatnot. Like predictive index is another that I had to use. Um, so basically, an assessment test about what type of personality you are. Same with like I don't know what it's called, but I want to say it's the dominance test. I don't even know if that's the name, but those tests tell you what type of worker you are, what type of person you are. Like the predictive index is so scary on point on certain aspects. And I think it's great for employers to use, especially, it gives you a snapshot about a person that you're going to potentially hire. So that way you know what drives them and motivates them because it's not the same for everyone. And my boss literally took the index and totally adhered to it with me. And, I think that gave us a great working relationship. But the other one that I was telling you, I don't know what it's called. Uh, All that I remember is something about dominance. Okay, it is basically what type of leader you are, and you know, I'm a boss, baby. Always been, always will. Okay, I don't need a certificate or a degree to say that, even though. But they're very eye opening, and they also point to, some potential downfalls of our, you know, sun sign or moon sign or whatever. And it's a great tool for healing and just for you in general because maybe they'll tell you something you didn't know, you know, which is is true. Like I had to go back and rewrite an aspect of here of where my moon was in something, I don't know. But I was like, what? because because I never seen that input anywhere else. And my memory is like, man, I recall shit, what you said, what you did, and I'm gonna have the exact verbiage, but I'll pull that shit out if I think about it long enough. Thank you, God, for my brain. But it's great. I mean, because I was like, damn, and I was thinking of for a hot minute on what I read. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to note this and do some more research. So, I mean, they're not all the same. Not all birth charts are the same. So definitely pull from a couple of sources because it's eye opening. Like, I'll be amazed. I'm like, damn, you go, girl. But I love you and I hope that helps. You have a blessed day.